How's it going, YouTube? This is the guy in the camo hat. Got another video coming up for you. This video is going to be a video response to a YouTuber by the name of Mr.Repzion. If you know who Mr.Repzion is and what his little feud is with Greg, Onision Greg, which is what I'm going to be talking about. Up here-ish, I'll put a little box that you can skip to, and you can forward to what I want to say. But the reason that I'm doing that is because most of my subscribers, I believe, do not know who Mr.Repzion is and what's going on. So once again, up here there's going to be a little box where I'm going to have the time that you can skip forward to. Today we're dipping on Copenhagen straight. Got a piece of yarn in there almost. And basically, Mr.Repzion, or Daniel Sulzbach, is a YouTuber that I subscribe to, who he makes videos on video games, on religion, on different events, like current events and stuff like that. He's got a really broad range of content that he puts out in his videos. He's a young guy like myself, college student. I believe he's 22, but a series of videos that he has on his channel that he's been doing for the last few years is with, or against, this guy by the name of Greg Onision, or Onision Greg, who's, I believe, a pretty prominent YouTuber. He's this long-haired pretty boy, vegan. He's a real narcissist, from what I've seen in all his different videos and stuff like that. Just real arrogant and stuff like that. And basically what Mr. Sulzbach has been doing is he's been, every now and then, Mr. Onision will put out a video that's just so dumb that, like, Daniel Sulzbach has to make, or he makes responses basically calling Onision out on his bullshit. Well, Onision has been married to, I believe, 2 of his fangirls, and in a relationship with another one, all of whom were around the age of 17 or 18, I believe. So really young, and he basically manipulates them and things like that. Anyway, a couple months ago, I think like 5 months ago or something like that, Mr.Repzion, which is Daniel Sulzbach, made a video to the parents of his current wife because they did not know their daughter was getting married to this guy. So he made a video basically to the parents, you know, exposing the guy for who he really is. And I think that got taken down for something or other and then put back up. But anyway, recently a letter has shown up via snail mail, as they're all calling it in the videos, and to Onision Greg's in-laws, explaining, or like talking about Onision Greg, and he's basically been claiming that it's been Daniel. Daniel says he doesn't know, or he didn't do it. He knows the person who did do it, and they're admitting to do it. They're admitting that they have done it, and he made a video stating that. And that by itself I'm okay with. The part that I'm not okay with, and Daniel, if you're watching this, you say yourself in a bunch of your videos that you accept and you take criticism. You stand for logic. You stand for reasoning. That's one of the things that inspires me about you, is that you're a young guy like me, and you know how to see things in a different perspective. Like the dad shooting the girl's laptop. I didn't see it until you called him out on it. The fact that he did to his daughter exactly what she did to them, publicly humiliating her and stuff like that. But anyway, this is criticism because I believe you were not acting as a professional or an adult or any mature human being would. I know it gets frustrating when you're dealing with these kind of people, but at the same time, you have to keep your cool, especially as someone who was going to be going into law enforcement like you were at one point. You know that when things get hot, you have to keep your head. And what I'm talking about is I follow you on Facebook, and on I follow Mr.Repzion on Facebook, Daniel Solzbach on Facebook, as well as on YouTube. And it's basically boiled down to two high school freshman girls fighting is the maturity level that's been going on recently. And that's with all the, oh my god, he said this, and post this thing, oh my gosh, he said that, post that, and that would have been fine, because I can just kind of scroll past that and whatever. But the thing that really prompted me to make this video is the fact that in the letter that you sent to Onision Greg, you said that you had a copy of his and his wife's marriage license that you acquired on a publicly accessible website, which you then stated that you paid $10 to do so. That's kind of like saying, yeah, anyone can go on Xbox Live, anyone can play on Xbox Live, but you do have to pay $5 for a month. I mean, yes, it's possible for anyone to get the information, but there's money that's involved, and that kind of does play into the stalker thing a little. Not really, but I don't understand why you would pay money to get a copy of his marriage license. But not only that, then you threaten him, to put it up on Encyclopedia Dramatica, and you said it's already up there. I don't know if that means it was up there before, or if someone else uploaded it after you said that, or what, but that is just so childish. That's so childish. And that's just, I know you take criticism, and I just wanted to call you out on that was not necessary in the email in any way whatsoever. You could have just said, I'm not the person that wrote the letter. I know who did. I can prove it to you that it was them. And if you still want to take me to court, by all means. That's how an adult would act. Not, oh yeah, well, you're going to do this to me? Well, I've already told you time and time again that it's not me, which you did, which is basically what I just said. But then you went on to use Encyclopedia Dramatica, which you know is a website that he does not like, that he really hates, and you used that to threaten him, almost. It wasn't really a threat, because, like you said, it's public information, even though you do have to pay money for it. But that's just something that a responsible, mature adult should not be doing in situations like this. I know, like I said earlier, it gets to your head. You've been arguing with someone who's just as thick as a rock. You can't get to them, and you get frustrated. But it was an email. You've had time to sit down and think about what you're going to be putting into that email. That's my main point, is that the Encyclopedia Dramatica threat was not a necessary part of your email. And I hope that you can understand where I'm coming from, and that's really all. I'm just calling you out on respectfully calling you out on what I think was something that was completely uncalled for. That's all I have for everyone. This has been the guy in the camo hat, and I will see you all later.